Hello everybody, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Lindsey the pharmacist, Wellness PharmD Consulting. And I wanted to do this Wellness Wednesday to kind of like recap everything we've done this last couple months. We spent a lot of March going over fertility and all of the different journeys that go with it. We did some endometriosis awareness because that also ties into fertility. April, we've been promoting a lot of cesarean awareness and C-section stories. Thank you to everyone who's ever shared anything with me. I allowed it to put it out there so that everyone knows they're not alone. This week, I'm going to share my story, my C-section journey, my cesarean story. It's a little different. Everyone's birth is different. Everyone's birth is traumatic. I don't care who you are. Birth is one of the most traumatic things you will go through. And then postpartum, you have this little bundle of joy and you have all these hormones and you're surging and it's supposed to be awesome. And then you're also trying not to die because you don't get any sleep. And survival, I don't think we should just be trying to survive. I think we should be trying to thrive. But I'm digressing. So let me get back to my cesarean. I went through the entire IVF process and was discharged to my OB, who wasn't my normal OB. I normally saw the nurse practitioner at the clinic. I didn't actually see an obstetrician. So I'm seeing a new provider to me, coming from a lot of checks and wellness and like hormone and blood and drawing and weekly ultrasounds, to this very abrasive, abrupt provider. And I look back and I don't like her. I didn't like her. But I knew that she was the person that would make the best decision for myself on the table as well as my baby. She had a very strong history of making good decisions for patients, and I still don't know if I did it again if I would choose her though. I think I would go differently. At my very first appointment, I walked in and she's like, "So do you want a C-section?" I'm like, "Why?" Well, like just throwing it out there, like, is this why? And she said, "Well, because of your tissue issues." So I've had vaginal and perianal tissue issues that cause tearing. I tear easily. I've had lichen sclerosis that never goes away. Mine is managed. She's like, "You've had a low back surgery. You have narrow pelvis. I just think you should have a C-section, or it would be in your best interest." Like, no, we can try anything. Just I like to C-sect you. So being a brand new to pregnancy person, and I advocate for my patients all the time, I don't always advocate for myself. I was like, well, I guess I'll think about it. And as my pregnancy progressed, we planned to do a C-section. I was very adamant that I wanted to see if I could go into labor on my own. I didn't want to just pull my kid out early. So Kyler Bear, we didn't even know if it was a boy or a girl, but he decided that I would go into labor on the 26th. I was due on the 24th. It was a Friday. I went into labor the 26th. I actually did not know I was in labor. I was leaking fluid, which is like your water breaking, only mine didn't break and gush like everyone tells you. You'll know when your water breaks. And then all of the pre-hospital preparation classes had told us, like, you're going to have false alarms. Everyone has a false alarm. So when I thought I was incontinent after a nap on a Sunday afternoon, and then after I woke up on a Monday morning, I just sent an email to my doctor like, "Hey, I think my bladder, I might be incontinent, I'm leaking." And I went on to work. Monday morning, I got a call, "You need to go to the hospital." So I went to the hospital. Well, I told my coworkers I couldn't stay. And we drove out to the hospital. We didn't rush out there. They had to do some checks and tests. And then told us, "Yeah, today's your day, you're having a baby." At this point, I had been in labor for well over 24 hours, which put me at an infection risk. And so they were calling in my doctor to do a C-section, even though I hadn't. They said I was contracting every 4 to 6 minutes. I was just uncomfortable. I really can't say, I feel like I cheated birth because I didn't have labor pains that are excruciating. I didn't go through all these different procedures and attempts to give birth. I was basically put on the table. I was given, it's not an epidural, it is a block in your back. I was cut open, stretched every which way. This nice lady pushed on me. She pushed my baby out. I will share pictures if I haven't already put them up to grab attention to this post. And the most anxious moment was waiting to hear him scream, which I think every mom will agree and attest to. And then here he was, and I was stapled back together in all my layers, and my abs are actually a little crooked. I still hold on to that piece of my body. My whole body changed. She said, "You're done." And then I was basically done with that doctor. I saw her twice more in my life. That's it. And I've since switched clinics, and I'm much happier without her, but I still feel like I cheated. And I feel like the society looks down on C-sections, and I didn't try a vaginal birth. And I chose to see if my child would come, and knowing I was at an infection risk, my chances of pushing were done. Like, I don't know what would have been. And I still don't know if I would go another route, or if I was pregnant again, if I would do a vaginal birth after C-section. So I feel guilty. I feel shame, but through all of your stories and journeys, I've been able to let a lot of that go. I love the outlook of just like envision a healthy baby and a healthy mom. So thank you for that. And thank you to all the moms who shared. I am thankful for my healthy baby, and I have done everything to counteract the negative effects of a C-section on his health and immune system in the future. But anyways, I probably need to go to therapy and talk about this. So thanks for hearing my story. And it wasn't Wellness Wednesday, but I hope you still enjoyed it. And have a great week.